Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everyone, and my name is Muhammad Afif Ashraf Alilan, and today I will present about charter liability insurance under Voyage Charter. As part of our marine insurance group assignment, our focus is on understanding the risk charter face and the type of insurance that protect them. So this is our table of content. Number one is introduction. Second one is charter liability insurance under Voyage Charter that I will present about this. So the next. So this is our case study. We choose case study and question number 3 for our assignment. Next. This is our question number 3. Next. So for the introduction, this presentation explores the different insurance needs of global communities LDD under voyage and time charter contract. We will examine the type of liability insurance available to charterer, ID, how the insurance function in real world scenario, and evaluate now how they help mitigate potential losses during shipping operation. Our goal is to provide a clear and practical understanding of how marine insurance support charterer in today's complex maritime environment. Next. So this is part of charterer liability insurance under voyage charter. So a voyage charter is a contract where the charter hire a vessel for a specific voyage between design port, taking responsibility mainly for providing and managing the cargo. The charterer usually own the cargo and must ensure proper loading, stowage and discharge. In both charter type, charterer face operational risks including cargo damage, liability for vessel damage caused by their engine, like example stiff door, and cost related to delays, demurrage. So for the key risks faced by charterers, number one is cargo liability risk, loss or damage to cargo during loading, transit, or under unloading. So second one is third party liability, damage to the vessel caused by charterer, step dock, or others agent. Third one is demurrage charge, cost due to the delay in loading, discharging, caused by congestion inefficiencies. So number 4 is general damage and salvage, financial contribute required for common maritime safety measure. So next, so for the different insurance type under voyage charter, number one is charter liability insurance, which is PNI, charter liability covers. So cover liability for damage to the vessel or third parties caused by the charterer negligence, like example hull damage by slip door. So the second one is cargo insurance. Cargo insurance institute cargo clauses that we call ICC, cover physical loss or damage to cargo during the entire transport period. ICC in bracket A, which is offer all risk coverage, while ICC B is a medium and C is the lowest protection. So number 3 is freight leverage and defense FD&D insurance, provide legal cost coverage for disputes such as contesting the demurrage charges from port delays. So next is how insurance mitigates this. So the first one is PNI, cover protect charterer from costly liability due to the vessel damage or injury claim. So the second one is cargo insurance, safeguard the charter face financial interest in the cargo. The third one is FD&D insurance, help manage legal costs and dispute risks related to the damage or contract breach. So next, this is the example of our calculation damage cost coverage. So we assume that if the delay is 3 days, the damage rate 5,000 per day. So delay is we assume delay. Calculation demurrage cost, demurrage rate multiply by number of delay. So let's make 5,000 multiple by 3. So we got the 50,000. So if the global commodities has FD&D insurance, it cover legal defense cost if the demurrage charge dispute. Assume legal cost of 5,000 incurred to contest demurrage claims. So next slide. For the recommendation, the part of voyage charter, Global Commodities Ltd should purchase comprehensive P&I charters, liability insurance and cargo insurance, preferable AICCA, which is cover all for borders coverage, and FD&D should be considered for legal defense related to demurrage and dispute. So for the time charter, our recommendation is full P&I cover is recommended, including coverage for vessel damage caused by charterer negligence. Additional war risk and strike insurance may be relevant depending on the trade routes. So that's all for me. I will pass to my friends.
Hi, my name is Nur Anira Yazira binti Mak Bakhtiar, and I will be discussing about time charterers risk and insurance protection. A risk protection is where a ship owner leases a crewed vessel to a charterer for a set period, and the charterer pays daily and hire a caregiver to give voyage instructions. The next slide is going to be a definition and key features. In this slide, we are going to learn that a time charterer is a contract where a ship owner leases their vessel to a charterer for a specific period. Unlike other forms of charter, the ship comes fully crewed and the charterer pays a daily hire rate, and they don't manage the vessel operation directly, but they do issue voyage instructions such as where to go, what to carry, and when to arrive. There's also four main responsibility for a charterer, which is choosing safe ports, supplying quality bunkers, issuing safe voyage orders, and redelivering the vessel on time. The third slide is going to be charterer's exposure and responsibility. In this case, is the charterer's responsibility includes nominating safe ports and routes, supplying quality bunkers for the ship's engines, issuing voyage instructions that are safe and lawful, and redelivering the vessel in good condition and on time. This responsibility might sound straightforward, but any failure in them can lead to serious risks. These are the main risks for charterers if they didn't listen to the instruction and cause any problem, which is hull damage from unsafe instructions, bunker quality or quantity issues, and delays from port congestion, which can lead extra costs. Key insurance policy. To manage this risk, charterer typically take out several types of insurance, which is charterer's liability insurance. This protects against third-party claims, damage to cargo, pollution, or even damage to the ship if it's charterer's fault. The second one is damage to hull, DTH cover. This pays for physical damage to the vessel if it results from negligence or unsafe orders issued by the charterers. And the last one is FD&D insurance, also known as freight demurrage and defense cover. This pays for legal costs in disputes, whether it's about unpaid hire, bunker claims, or disagreements over delivery dates. The next slide is about delivery summary. In summary, a good understanding of a time charterer's risk and the right insurance protection is essential for safe and smooth operation. Our report outlines is the key responsibility under a time charter, the common risk areas, especially a hull damage, bunker issue, and illegal disputes, and how insurance policies like charterer's liability, DTH, and FD&D can protect against these risks. This charterer's exposure and main risks. Some of the main risks faced by the charterers include damage to the ship due to unsafe voyage order or port nominations, liabilities arising from supplying poor quality or insufficient bunkers, and delays may cause a little bit cost and port congestion, which may be covered under the charter terms, and this can result in costly claims against charterers. To manage this risk, charterers use three main insurance covers, which is charterer's liability, which is for cargo damage, pollution, or ship damage. The second one is DTH, which is damage to hull. It covers damage from unsafe orders. And the last one is FD and FD&D, which is for legal disputes over hire, bunkers or delivery.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Aiman Najmi bin Sulaizan. My ID number is 562192222135. And today, I will be presenting about the differences between the voyage charter and time charter. First, let's look at the control over the vessel. For voyage charter, Global Commodities doesn't have much control over how the ship is run. The ship owners operates the vessel, and Global Commodities just decides what cargo and where to load and discharge. But for a time charter, Global Commodities gets more control. They decide where the ship goes, when it moves, and manage things like bunkering and port calls. Next, we have risk exposure. Under a voyage charter, operational risk is low. Most of the risk is about the cargo and delays. They don't really handle the ship, so less risk there. But with a time charter, the risk is higher. Since Global Commodities controls the ship's movement, they can be blamed for things like vessel damage, pollution, or delays. And for liability, in a voyage charter, it's quite limited, mainly for cargo problems or damage. Only if Global Commodities directly cause a problem will they be liable. But in a time charter, the liability is much broader. If their stevedores damage the ship or if there's a pollution, they are responsible. They might even have to pay for delays if it's their fault. So this one is risk for Global Commodities. Now for the case study. In a voyage charter, a big risk is demurrage charges. This happens if the ship is delayed at the port because of congestion. In a time charter, a risk example is a hull damage. This could happen if the stevedores hired by Global Commodities handle cargo carelessly during loading. Differing insurance need. Because the risks are different, the insurance needs are different too. For a voyage charter, the most important is marine cargo insurance to protect the coal. They might also get limited charterers liability insurance, but only for specific cases where they directly cause problems. Demurrage is usually handled by contract, but some insurers might offer coverage for serious delays. For a time charter, they need comprehensive charterers liability insurance, which is P&I. This covers more things like vessel damage, third-party claims, and delays. They still need cargo insurance for the coal and maybe war risk or off-hire coverage if needed. So now, let's move on to the how insurance helps reduce risk. Cargo insurance for both voyage and time charter covers any loss or damage to the coal during loading, transit, or unloading. Charter's liability insurance, which is P&I, in a voyage charter, this covers any direct negligence by Global Commodities. In a time charter, it helps manage complex disputes and covers more liabilities. And then there's FD&D or legal insurance, which helps with contract disputes or demurrage claims. It's useful in both types of charter, especially for handling legal problems.
I'm Murali, so I'll be continuing the presentation by covering the 3 case studies shown on this slide. Each one connects directly to the key points mentioned. So the first case study about Prestige oil spill, time charter and pollution liability. The Prestige oil tanker sank off while under time charter, spilling 77,000 tons of oil. The charterer wasn't found guilty but was criticized for using an unsafe old vessel. The London P&I Club paid damages, but once gross negligence was confirmed, the liability cap was removed, so the total payout over 1.5 billion. So the key takeaway shows how marine insurance protects, but gross negligence can override it. So the second case study is about soybean cargo damage, voyage charter and cargo liability. So basically a ship carrying soybeans under voyage charter arrived with heat damage cargo. Charterer had sold the cargo based on good port condition, but the damage happened during transport. Liability insurance was unclear and the only part of the loss was covered. So the key takeaway of the highlights the need for clear cargo care terms and proper insurance in the charter party. And the last one, the case study about nickel ore liquefaction, time charter and misdeclared cargo. So a time charter ship carried nickel ore that was misdeclared and had too much moisture. Ship nearly capsized due to liquefaction. Some insurance was denied because the cargo wasn't declared properly. Proves that accurate cargo info and following safety codes are a must to stay covered in the key takeaways. So to summarize, these cases prove the slide's main message, which is follow regulations, get proper insurance, clarify duties, and check cargo honestly. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Conclude, both voyage and time charters agreement have different level of risk for the charterer. Voyage charterers involve limited control but still require cargo and demurrage protection, while time charterer give more control but also higher liabilities like vessel damage and third-party claims. That's why having proper insurance coverage like P&I charterers, liabilities, cargo insurance, and FD&D covers is crucial. Real world cases have shown us how important it is to declare cargo truthfully, comply with regulation, and clearly define responsibilities in charters party agreements. Ultimately, charterers must balance control with strong risk management and suitable insurance to avoid major financial or legal consequences. And that's all from us. Thank you.